Let's see. All right. For those of you that are tuning in, what's up? Welcome to another episode of Lights Camera Live. If you're just tuning in, I have found myself in quite a pickle. That's the best way to say it. Here's what I'm going to say. So Manus AI's $2 billion meta deal is kaput. Okay. I don't even know if I could say the D word on here. And if you've built your workflows around Manus, you might be wondering what happens now. I know that's exactly how I felt because I got 4 emails saying that I need to go and back up my Manus data. And I was like, wait a second. I've been using Manus to create landing pages and mini micro SaaS apps for clients and all this other stuff. And I started thinking about it. And it was really one of those things where I was like, there's a bigger question behind this. And when I think about all of my friends that are entrepreneurs, leveraging AI, small businesses, all the things, the question that came to mind was really, how much of your business are you willing to build on a tool that you don't control? Because at this point, AI tools can disappear, platforms can change their rules, features get squashed, pricing changes, right? We budget. Acquisitions fall apart. Man, it's like your content, your data, your workflows, even your customer relationships live entirely inside someone else's ecosystem. And now that problem can quickly become, if not yours, but also mine. So I've invited one of my amazing friends today, James Hicks, who is you're like a repeat guest. Repeat guest on the show, because when I have questions about AI and emerging technology, he is definitely the person that I go to. He's the founder of Hicks News Media, driven by discovery and focused on the purpose of assisting businesses and individuals to fully leverage technology to grow their personal and professional digital presence. So having said that, let me introduce you to him. Boom, come on through. How you doing?
Say all that. That's a mouthful.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? I should probably shorten my come on paragraph there, but I'm not.
No, you're good. I think I did pretty damn good, especially considering the number of Celsius I had.
You did. Stephanie owned one already, folks. We just started, and she owned one.
That's very true.
I see what kind of conversation we gonna have.
All right, so let's break this down, because everything that happened with Manus, like
happening.
Yeah, it's happening. And now I have like this timeline in the back of my head of all the things that I need to do, but I don't know in what order. And just like anything with AI, I feel like I don't know what it is that I don't know, right? Because let me back up a bit. When it came to Manus, I obviously vibe coded a bunch of things. And of the different tools that you could use out there, Manus was my main. I was like, oh, look at this. You could do this, you could do that. And like I said, I've done things with micro SaaS tools. I've created landing pages. I've created lead magnets with quizzes and all of this other stuff. And so waking up to get 4 emails about you should back up your data, I was like, what does this mean? So tell us about that.
Yeah, it's a sign. I don't know if I don't even want to say if it's a sign of the times, but it was inevitable. Not necessarily for the fact that because of a government agency or a whole country is saying, we're not going to allow you to move forward with this planned acquisition, takeover, et cetera, whatever you want to call it. But just the fact that technology is evolving so darn fast. And if you're going to be in this realm, you have to be aware and prepared for a contingency. Just like in anything, just like in business, just like in life, here's just a curveball that has been thrown at Manus users from the Chinese government. They saying they will not let Manus and Meta play together, so Manus has to take all of their toys and take them back to China. I'm saying it facetiously, I'm saying it kind of at a high level, but that's the thing. And the challenge, the opportunity, not necessarily the problem, the challenge or the opportunity is for folks that have started to build tools on that platform, just like Stephanie, just like me, just like thousands of others. We are getting emails from Manus in, psych, we got to pull things back. We're gonna have to start all over, and you need to back all of your stuff up because on next week we're gonna.
Is it next week?
I had to look at it for a second.
Why did I think that I had like an extra 20 days? Why is?
Child, listen.
First of all, why is it already August?
You know what I'm saying? You better back your stuff up. You better back your stuff up because the site is going to go down while they do some recalculation, reconfiguration, and then have everything taken, extracted from the meta servers, and everything run specifically from the Manus, their own environments.
That's so wild to me because I remember when Manus, gosh, like anytime I was on Meta, whether it was like Facebook or IG, I was like, try Manus AI, try to make some images. Now you can manage your Instagram profile using Manus.
Yeah,
and then
so
you could do
cool.
your ads. And just to imagine how that impacts other people on that end is ridiculous. So yeah.
The promise was so good. You think about everything you just said, right? To have the entity of Meta, and y'all know how I get down with Mark Zuckerberg. Y'all know he and I have problems. So hey, probably never get a brand deal with Meta, but that's besides the point.
Please don't end my stream.
By you about to get strikes and all kind of things right now. But think about that: having the entity of Meta, having Facebook, having Instagram, and then having an AI LLM platform that talks directly to that, almost as cleanly as Gemini talks with Google and YouTube, because all under the same roof.
Yeah.
That was really cool, really good, really advantageous for marketers, for digital creators, for folks that leverage those platforms. And we took advantage of it when we could. But now that's all going. Who knows if it's going away, but it's definitely not going to be the exact same tight integration that it is today.
Oh, that's crazy. Okay, so first off, shout out to Robert, who is from the Netherlands. Speaking of time zones, I don't even know what time zone that is. What time is it over in the Netherlands?
I was there. I was there not too long ago. It's tomorrow.
It's tomorrow. So you have even shorter time, Robert, to back up your data on Manus.
You know what I'm saying? Robert, you better get to backing up.
Okay, so it was so funny because when I reached out to you, you're like, and these are all the things that you need to read, Stephanie. And I was like, okay, homework. And even just reading the fact that like, okay, China didn't like this. Okay, so now they're going to break up.
Yeah.
For me, I'm like micro anxious because like I said, it's just really landing pages. It's this, it's that. I didn't have to create users and all of that other stuff. But timeline wise, we have up until the 23rd at whatever time, Singapore, whatever, it's going to be in the future.
Yes, Singapore time. So all of us over here in California, all of us wherever else, remember that Manus is going back to China and it's Singapore time.
It's Singapore time.
Your local time.
So when we back this up on the servers, walk me through that, because do I need, like, are we talking about me putting this on a Google Drive, on a Dropbox? Do I need like a whole external hard drive? What am I doing?
Good point. And that answer is actually pretty clearly identified when you start the backup process. So Manus gives you three options. You can either back it up to Google Drive, you can back it up to OneDrive, you can back it up locally onto your system as well. There's four. Or you could use the Manus backup tool to back up everything, all of the code, all your tasks, all your projects, everything that's scheduled. You can leverage their tool as well and back it up locally. And then when it's time to re-import, it's pretty straightforward. So they say. So you have multiple options, either to a Google Drive, directly to your local hard drive, to OneDrive, or you could use the Manus download utility, and it will take all of the binaries, it will take all of the files that are associated with those projects and those skills and back them up pretty cleanly. That has to be done though. You really, I would not mess around and wait too long, even though for me, I had about, I think it was 12 gigs of data.
Oh, you already did it. Man, why are you so cool?
Listen, listen. I'm not going to play around with.
I know. So how did you know how much data you're going to have to back up?
Well,
I imagine me compared to you is probably like just a little tiny sliver.
Well, and I didn't. That's why I know it's 12 gigs, because that's how much it told me, and it took about 15 minutes to back up. Right, and I did use the Manus download utility to do the whole thing, but
what does that mean exactly? The utility, is it saving it somewhere, or
it's an actual locally installable file? I'm on Mac. I don't know if they had a Windows version.
Do you want to share?
Windows folks, I ain't showing it. No, I ain't gonna show you my stuff. Listen, I got some skunk works over here on this screen that I can't just, we're not gonna share this.
Yeah.
I got some things we about to launch, but it's a downloadable utility off of the Manus web. As soon as you log into your environment, it says, "Hey, you should probably download pretty soon because on the 22nd and 23rd, we are going to be shutting servers down." You go through the activity. Like I said, I had 12 gigs. It took 15 minutes to do the thing. I see it locally on my machine. I'm anxious as well. I'm anal, analytical, data nerd, all that stuff. So I also pushed it up to Google Drive as well, just
Okay.
in case a meteor or solar flare hits my house. I not only have it
That was
here, I
yesterday.
got it up in Google, in the Google Cloud as well.
Okay.
So
All
it
right.
was pretty seamless and pretty non-eventful of going through the backup activity. And I know you want to go a whole bunch of other places as well, but think about this too. Manus is trying to be like, "Hey, we sorry that this is all going down. We're gonna give you our latest model free for a little while."
Let me give you a little
if
taste.
if you log into your Manus environment right now, there's actually a big screen, a big banner on there. Let me see if I can pull it up, and it says
Hold on.
Manus 1.6 is free for a limited time. So they are giving their latest model to all of their users free while they go through this
Oh, that
transition while they
is.
put
I
us all through
see it.
hell. So,
Hold on a second. Let me go over
pay no
here.
attention to the carrot that they're trying to put out there while they're putting us all through hell.
Yeah. It says Manus is free for a limited time. Hold on. Can I drop this here? Hold on a second. Doop. Go. Are you gonna show
Yeah,
everything in my life?
we're going to do it right now.
No, I don't want to do
Oh,
all
you got
that.
to log in. Okay, so there you go right there, right? So now this pops up saying, again, we about to go through something. You need to make sure that you have an account with a current email address. Don't use any old burner accounts that you may have had, because if you want to get your data back, what's happening with there go my boy right there. Hey, Doc, how long it take you to back your stuff up? So when you click through this, then it
Yeah.
brings you through the actual instructions of what you need to do to retrieve your data, and it'll give you the option, like I said, of Google Drive, OneDrive, or leveraging the Manus
Yeah.
download utility.
Okay. I feel like this
Breathe.
is going to be a weekend project for me because
No,
I feel like,
it's not gonna be that long.
yeah, but I feel like it would behoove me to do this as soon as possible because I feel like
Yes.
everyone else that's going to procrastinate is just going to crash the server. I don't know. That's just me. That's what I'm thinking. What do you think?
I worry less about that, and I worry more about other external entities, other things happening with the conversation and the negotiation. Right? It's already been said. It's already been said that, hey, we're breaking ties with Meta. That's happening. Manus is going back to its own individual entity based in China. That's happening. I worry more about external entities getting involved than you needing to take seriously of backing up your data and preparing yourself should this happen again with not just Manus, but with other AI platforms as well. So this is a great wake-up call for folks who put all of the eggs in the same basket and rely on, oh, I can only use Manus. I can only use ChatGPT or Claude or Perplexity.
Yeah.
This is an insurance awakening for vibe coders of the world, for application builders of 2026 to say, again, don't put so much salt in one particular platform. Make sure that you have a contingency plan, because it's never going to be to this extreme, hopefully, where,
Yeah.
like I said, an entire government says, we're going to shut you down, you got to go back home. But you just never know what's going to happen. And you as a sound business owner, you as someone who's providing assets for clients, you really should think a little bit higher scale and make sure that you have your own business protected should
That's-
something like this happen. So I'm not calling anybody out. I'm not saying that you're not taking this taking it seriously, but I am saying don't sleep on this
Do
right
what you
here.
got to do. Yeah. Of course, Doc is going to slide up in here. I didn't use Manus. I'm going to say with Claude Max, and I got a little side salad with Codex
Look
Pro.
at this man right here. See, Doc, know that's how I get down too. But we talking to the youngsters. We the upperclassmen right now, Doc. We talking to the freshmen and the eighth graders right now.
So I feel like for me, I'm still on the backup area of it because there are certain things where I did bring it off of Manus and I put it on Vercel or I put it on Netlify. I obviously have to make sure that the images are backed up. All the other connectors are fine, but there is like one landing page, one lead magnet where I didn't put it on Netlify and Vercel, and now I need to figure out how I'm going to move that over. I wish there was a checklist.
And it's unfortunate that there's not. And the challenge that I think, I don't want to just gloss over what you just said right now as well.
Mm-hmm.
The ease of use of Manus was that everything was containerized.
Yeah.
You could literally build entire sites. You can build entire platforms, entire tools, apps, whatever the case may be. And it's self-containered. Is that a word? It
is now because it makes sense to me.
Okay. It's part of Manus as opposed to something like a Claude or an OpenAI or Perplexity or some of these other tools. You mentioned Vercel and Netlify and there's Supabase. There's all these industry standard tools that sit outside of your AI platform, of your LLM platform. Mm-hmm. The fact that you did leverage Netlify and Vercel is a very smart move because I've been down the road where I've had everything built within Manus. I try to make a significant update to a particular tool and the whole thing crashed.
Yeah.
But and I've cried about that to y'all behind the scenes. I'm not going. Don't bring me through that again because I don't want to see a grown ass man crying on these streets. But that was one of the pros and cons of using a fully contained environment like Manus. Yeah.
Oh, I loved it.
It's great for doing the thing if you don't want to manage all of those external entities. However, there is that possibility, like in everything, that it could all go down, it could all crash, it could all not become responsive. And when you're trying to get in touch with support in California that's based in Singapore, man, ain't got time for that.
So what is Supabase? I've heard that kind of thrown around a bit, and I thought that was mostly for if you're going to have like users, like sub-users in this. Like the micro SaaS stuff that I've built were things to replace SaaS tools that I was like, I don't want to pay kit.com for this. I don't want to pay da-da-da. So I made my own little stuff. But Supabase, I feel like that's if you have users for it and tiers, or is that different?
It's a little bit of both. So it's environment variables, it's users, it's database. If you have aspects of the tool or platform that you need to be called from the front end, it's the back end. Mm-hmm. The Supabase is the back end, which gets called from the front end. So again, it identifies if you're charging folks what tier they log in, if you have specific users, making sure that you're using right level of security when they log in as well, so no one's password is exposed. The Supabase is the tool platform, again, industry standard tool that manages all of that aspect. So when you start connecting into Vercel and Vite and Netlify, it has environmental variables within Supabase that allows you to talk to those securely. But it's the back end, how the sausage is made, that a lot of people don't pay attention to. But if you do want to leverage something like that to control all of those administrative aspects of, so again, it's the back end to the front end.
I don't know why that makes me laugh. You and Doc. Man,
hey, Doc, give us about 45 minutes after we live. Stephanie and I are gonna have some hot shorts.
It's gonna be ridiculous. We're gonna have all kind of. It's going to already be ridiculous. That's for sure.
We already, listen, we got some Ludacris already planned. We got some T.I. We got some shorts already planned for some of the things that we done said. So don't get it twisted.
So, okay. Now, I'm one of those where obviously I'm going to take the initiative because I know what I supplied for clients. But let's say I am already the client and someone built something for me and then you're no longer working with them. How do I know that what they created for me, what do I have to do? You get what I'm saying?
So you have built or someone has built something for you.
Yeah, let's say I'm a real estate agent.
Yeah.
And I worked with someone and they whipped up a website for me.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, I built it on Manus. They're like, okay, cool. And then now I hear about this. Okay. I think for me as an owner, I would just be like, nervous. Yeah, like, because if I'm not paying, let's say, that contractor anymore, now I have ownership of my website. I hear this thing about Manus. Now I need to make sure that I'm dotting my I's and crossing my T's.
And you're
making,
prepared for it. No,
yeah,
that completely makes sense. And that's fight or flight. And that's just a common sense. That's a common reaction that I think the majority of folks are going to have. But us on the inside, us with 10% more knowledge than the rest of the world, us, the subject matter experts and trusted advisors, should feel comfortable enough to know that the other main LLM tools of choice, I don't have to name them all, but you can literally prompt and tell them, hey, go look at what has been built. And I'm being high level here and saying, go look at this site that was built in Manus,
yeah,
recreated identically here. I've done that in Claude. Y'all know I built a lot of stuff in Manus, and I said, you know what? I said something like, Manus is tripping right now. I want you to completely rebuild this environment. Gave it the URL, same features, same functionality, same usability, same easy use, all those adjectives. Rebuild that here.
Yeah.
You can literally talk and prompt to these other LLMs just like that, and it will meet the needs that you have for those particular clients that we were talking about offline.
yeah.
It's less scary than we think it is, because again, these tools are so darn similar,
They're so smart,
darn
yeah.
capable, and so efficient that you can literally say those exact words. This site was built in Manus. I now need to rebuild it here, match functionality, match capability, match everything from navigation, all those aspects, and you can rebuild it someplace else. However, when you do that, make sure that you prompt or say in that it needs to be secure, needs to be extensible. If it needs to be multi-tenant, make sure that we use industry standard tools and platforms and resources. That's the checklist. That's the thing people forget to say. Maybe I should make a checklist like that.
That's what I was saying. I was like, let me just invite you to the show, because you're going to say all the different things.
Oh, no.
And then I'm
Maybe I
like,
should
give me
make
the
a
transcript, and can we just make this into a checklist? And obviously now I have to build in Claude.
Those are the assumptions that early stage, again, I'm not going to talk madness about folks, but that's the assumption that just folks that are out there for the fun of it forget. Extensible, secure, multi-tenant, industry standard. Those are the aspects that really matter. Doc, you in the comments, man, chime in if you want to, because I know he says the exact same thing, or he'll build a skill in one of the other platforms that already has that checklist integrated, and he'll just say, go run this skill, and it'll go do the thing. But that checklist is mandatory. It is required. I would worry less for you, though, that you're completely hosed. Just go tell whomever you're going to transition to as your LLM of choice to take a look at what was built in Manus, rebuild it over here, identical functionality, identical usability, secure, extensible, and industry standard.
See, my whole weekend is entirely plain
Done.
now.
There you go. You thought she
I was like, I needed to hear what James says, what James tells Claude. I'm like, copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. Do my whole entire thing.
Yeah, it's not that bad. It really isn't. And, if you got a little bit of skin in the game, meaning that you're not just on pro, and nothing wrong with being on these pro models, but if you've got, like, for Claude specifically, if you're on Max, you've got the room to actually
Max is what,
build.
like $299, or what is that?
No, how much? Maybe
I don't
down
know.
in your neck of the woods, but
But you got a James Hicks New Media discount? Like, what's going on?
It's not that expensive here in Northern Cal. I'm not sure how much it is in Southern Cal. I think it's $129 or so. Whatever I pay. But again, you get what you pay for, meaning that you can build a ton of existing and or new environments, tools, and apps, but without hitting the timeout. The first couple of times when I was on Pro and I got that timeout from Claude saying you need to come back in like 4 hours, I was like, oh no, I don't.
Yeah.
So
wait, hold on.
So I'm saying all of this kind of facetiously, and I'm saying all this kind of lighthearted, and I am wanting to be serious with folks that are going through the situation, but it's not the end all to be all, and it's not doom and gloom. There are routes and ways and means to get out.
That's because you got time. That's why you're like, it's not doom and gloom. I'm like, I'm in between every single day of like, what am I making for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Did I refill her water bottle? Did I do all the things that I said that I was supposed to do? Okay, so Doc is chiming
This is
in.
what you need to do. You need this. What? Oh, this. Shouts out to Marshall Fox. You need to relax, focus, and create. What I need to do is focus. Come on now. God.
Wait, hold on. Okay, so Doc is saying have Claude, Gemini, Chad read you Manus code and notes and have it make you a checklist, not to only move out, but future proof yourself.
Isn't that what I just said?
It did.
That's me and my Hawaiian brother over there meshing.
Yeah.
Okay. Shouts out to you, boy.
That's going to be really helpful because, yeah, like I said, there's a couple of things that I built out and I need a plan ahead. The fact that I was like, oh, the 23rd isn't until like another 2 weeks. And now I'm looking at the calendar. I'm like, nuh-uh.
Yeah. No, you got until the 22nd at 4:59 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time.
Yeah.
Okay. Because again, they ahead of us. So you got until I'm looking at it right now. August 22nd at 4:59 is when they will shut it down. And what does that mean? Who knows what that means? But either they're going to completely go dark for a minute during the transition for those from the 23rd to the 25th.
Yeah.
Or if
what day is that?
I don't know.
Is that like on a weekend? Hold on.
Oh,
it's like a Sunday, Monday. It's a Sunday, Monday.
Yeah. So the thing is it all legacy accounts that were created prior to the Meta conversation? Mm-hmm. Is it just the accounts that were created during that period of time when Meta and Manus shook hands? We really don't have that information. So it's best to take care of yourself and your business entities and make sure you back it up such that when that does happen, and if you need to re-import, recreate, whatever, we don't know what it's going to look like when it comes back. So,
yeah.
And no one, don't believe any of these gurus out here that say they think they do. Because they don't.
So are you still using Manus right now? Like, are you still messing around with it? Or you're just like, I'm not touching it. Now that I backed it up, I'm not trying to build anything new on Manus, even though they're trying to give me access to this new thing.
I only use Manus now for image creation. Manus is the truth. When it comes to stuff
I
like
love
that,
Manus. Yeah.
All right, I'm not gonna lie. Manus is so pretty and aesthetically pleasing when it comes to images and things like that. So that's very rarely though. Still, do I use it? But that's kind of what I use for that platform now. I don't build any applications. I don't build any systems or workflows or platforms in Manus. I do not. 90% of what I do is in Claude. It is okay. 90% is in Claude.
Okay, good to know. Yeah, because I was just kind of like, now I need to change my habits, which I could totally do. I could get that done. All right, this is Koala Papala.
Let's go.
What will be excluded from the official backup, and what additional manual backups should be performed? That's a you question.
Yeah, well, it looks like everything that is in your projects, your skills, your history, your chat history is included in your backup when you run the Manus sanctioned backup that they're prompting you to run. What gets excluded is anything that you obviously run after that. So think of it as an incremental backup, right? If you do something after you back up, you're going to want to go back and do a full backup before the 22nd to make sure that you capture all of that activity.
Got it. That makes sense. Now
I'm over here talking about incrementals and differentials. Man, I'm over here using these IT terms. Watch out now.
No, I was like, okay, capabilities and functions and all the things. I was like, okay.
But that's a great question though, because it would be amazing if the tool would just, it's kind of pie in the sky. It's never going to happen. You just tell it to back up and it just continuously backs up your data until this transition. That's not going to happen. You got to have some ownership of this yourself.
All of the things basically that I had Manus build and then kick it over to GitHub doesn't matter, because most likely the images, if I had the images hosted on Manus, that's going to be matchy on GitHub. I might as well just bring it over to Claude to rebuild the things that I already did.
What's huge is what you mentioned, GitHub. So another industry standard platform and tool. The fact that you've got a Git repository where you house all of your projects is incredibly powerful. So you can literally pull from that repository Right, because you've got the source. You can pull from that repository into anything. Because again, that's an industry standard tool. That's not something that's self-containerized within just Manus. So by having even there it is that there's that extra 10% knowledge that you had right there by leveraging the Vercels and the superflies. I almost said super. I almost said something else. I almost said superfly instead of instead of superbase. I don't know where I'm thinking, but using GitHub, that is incredibly powerful for you as again a business owner, as a developer, as a coder, as a operator, to not have everything just containerized in one particular location. You've got them in industry standard locations, and you can recover, and they have open APIs to all these other tools and platforms and environments to where Claude reads a GitHub repository, Perplexity reads GitHub repositories. Who else is out there? Gemini, all of them,
Yeah.
right? GitHub is life all day, every day, and it matters to you. Listen, folks, stop. I'm on. Okay, use these industry standard tools that have been around for a minute. Shouts out to all the folks that are building new stuff and all of these companies built in the garage. But when it comes to what really matters, and when business is business, as I don't know how you spell that, but y'all know when business is business, rely on things that have been true and tested. Don't just go get the latest LTD out there on the marketplace just because someone is built. Okay.
Oh my God. I learned my lessons from that. You told me about sessions. I'm going to call you out, Sessions.
Sessions garbage. I'm gonna say Sessions garbage, but they go.
Yeah. Okay.
But you understand what I'm saying again, and I hope folks understand where I'm saying with that as well. Myself, Stephanie, Doc, folks are talking in the comments here. Leverage industry standard tools and platforms and resources that developers use, not that vibe coders use, not just the folks that have been around. Look, I've been coding for years, but before this gray hair, so I've been in these streets. But folks that have been in these streets for a long period of time use these tools and these repositories and these distributions and these containerized environments for a specific reason. Should it hit the fan, should something go down, and you can back up to a last known good or be prepared for any type of contingency.
Got it.
All right, off the soapbox.
No, I love it. I think it's very helpful because
Good
even
coffee
then,
that I'm drinking here, so I'm on one too. Yeah, boy.
because even I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, so once I have everything backed up, I think I'm good to go. And then to see what's going to happen once it comes back online, right? I'm kind of curious to see what's going to be added, what's going to be expanded on. So I'm going to have my Google alerts on as far as like what's happening with Manus. But this here, like, tell me about this. This is your thought process of how you like diversify all the different platforms.
This is my elevator pitch. This is kind of that 35,000 foot level of when someone has asked me what each of the platforms do, right? And chat is chat. ChatGPT is for the conversation piece. I use Claude, though, again, as it says there, for reasoning. And when I want to go into a deeper conversation, when I want to actually debate and get feedback from my LLM that I'm using. So I go back and forth and challenge Claude more than I have anything else. Perplexity, I use that when I need to verify that what I'm looking up is actually true, or I want the resources, I want the source files, I want the bibliography, so to speak. So if I'm writing something, because Perplexity came out like that, saying, "Hey, we're gonna give you this answer, but we also gonna tell you where we got the answer from." So that's incredibly powerful, and that's important as well. Gemini, I love Gemini just for the fact that, again, they're part of the same company, Google, YouTube, and they all just shake hands and get along well with each other. Right.
What are you doing with Gemini right now? Because I feel like I'm in basic mode with Gemini.
The only thing I use Gemini for is to peer into my YouTube resources and analytics. So parsing out things from the channel, helping me to take a look at my analytics and understanding in a very easy way for me, because my brain doesn't work like everyone else's. I need graphs. I'm a very visual learner, so if I need pie and bar charts, I need all those kinds of things.
You
So
need visuals.
I do. So I use Gemini to help me say, where is my audience coming from? How much is coming from international and things like that. So I start making content specific to what those analytics tell me. So it's still coming out of YouTube or still coming out of the primary source, but I make it look pretty using Gemini.
Did you add your social channels to Google Search Console recently?
Yes. Yes.
So
Every
curious to see how that
social
is.
channel, every platform. So that's part of my checklist as well. So you think like Q Hub, you think of the Greenlight Room, you think of TechSync, all of the tools that I've built, they all have not just the SEO, but the AEO and the GEO. So they are, all the AI platforms are aware of them. Google Console is aware of them. So they are searchable and they are crawlable as well. That's again something that is not, that's something that's assumed by folks if they're building something that, oh, as soon as I launch something, techsync.co, it's going to blow up. Everybody's going to know it and see it. You got to kind of tell Google that you're here.
Yeah.
And that's how you do it. Yeah.
Oh, that's fascinating. Okay. We're going to play a little game. Boop. All right. Are you familiar with S to F tier?
I'm sorry. This is like a Pavlov's dog right here when I see these things. Okay.
Okay,
Because
Manus.
I've seen them about everything.
Manus, give me a ranking. What is it?
Today? Oh my God, that's too many tiers. Yeah, let's give it a D.
D tier.
Let's give it a D tier.
Just because you have to back it up now?
No, because they got me twice. And I'm not gonna let them get me again because I built some nice stuff and it blew up on me. If
Okay.
it hadn't have blown up, it'd at least be failing, at least be passing. But right now they barely gonna get their degree. So
Okay.
they're D.
So then ChatGPT.
Now ChatGPT, even though I have issues with leadership and issues with some of their decisions they're actually a C.
Okay.
Please, y'all don't take these calculations or these assumptions as gospel. I'm just coming off the dome.
No, you're fine. I'm gonna this is gonna be the short that I make for you. I like Brandis. I call him Brandis. Okay, Claude.
No,
Claude.
A.
A tier. Poor K.
Because no one's gonna get an S. There's always room for improvement.
Perplexity.
B.
Okay, Gemini.
B. Because listen, we only touched on it a little bit. I know you want to keep going, but all of the stuff that Gemini Workspace, not just from the consumer side, but also from the enterprise side has. I mean, you think about Notebook LM and how that has matured in a very short period of time. My goodness.
Are you really using it though? Notebook LM?
I am using it for, it's very close to Cast Magic for me. And I know you know Cast Magic because you down with them, right?
Yeah.
Meaning that I use it for pulling in a ton of resources and again having a conversation and having it extract some information for me. I don't use any of the graphics because I think the graphics they look like Notebook LM, so I'm not going to post Notebook LM stuff. It's the same conversation that I always used to have with Opus Clip. I love Opus Clip. I work with Opus Clip, but I don't like my shorts and my clips to I want uniqueness. Lord, he's gonna get me in trouble here. I'm about to lose all my
Your sponsorships, your brand deals. Okay, Doc says chat C+. Okay.
What I gave him a B. Okay,
Claude A+.
Yeah. Oh damn, he grading with the curve.
I do.
That brother over there, he grading with the curve.
I do like Claude and the MCPs. I'm not as advanced as you are, but I mean, I do love the fact that I could just be like,
So let's talk about what you just said about the MCPs. And again, many of the other platforms and tools are allowing that as well. So integrating with other tools that you use, Claude has a lot of tools have opened up their MCP, allowing you to tie them into Claude. And you can do all of your work for, I don't know, something like a vidIQ directly in Claude.
yes.
So they communicate between each other and you only have to
talk
work
to one
in
screen.
one platform.
Yeah.
That's very valuable and that's very efficient as well. So we're starting to see a lot more of these legacy tools, and especially on the creator side, especially on the entrepreneur side, where they're opening up MCP access, API access to allow you to do that. That's pretty
Yeah.
darn cool.
It's one
That's
of those
pretty
things
cool.
where I feel like I don't, like, if I needed to do something, I don't need to go to a different tool. Like,
No,
because Claude will just be the main thing. Okay.
it'll do it. It'll do it.
All right. Doc says Perplexity B minus. What is everyone doing with Perplexity beyond just citations and bibliographies? Like, am I missing something?
No, Perplexity is very tactical. Perplexity is analog instead of digital. Meaning I have not been able to effectively build a fully functioning app web thing with Perplexity. It will tell me how to go do it somewhere else, but I'm selfish. I want it done in the same platform. And every time that I've used Perplexity, it has said, okay, here are the hex codes. Here is the HTML.
Wait, have you ever played with they're the ones that has computer, right?
Yes.
Did you
Yes.
play around with that one?
I did not. I had it. Well, I had it for a minute just
To
like
mess
a
around
free
with it?
trial.
Yeah.
Free trial. I got probably the last Mac Mini in Roseville too. I ran into the Apple store and snuck one out. I bought it.
Yeah.
I got me a Mac Mini, but I have not played with it since. Because a lot of the other platforms are doing the exact same thing. But
Yeah.
that was my issue with Perplexity. I'm calling it more analog as opposed to digital, and hopefully that makes sense. It was just not very. Maybe it just wasn't trained enough on who I am and what I do, and I didn't actually pull in a lot of history. But it would tell me how to build and configure these environments as opposed to doing a mock-up and actually doing something graphically.
Because
that
you're a
was-
visual person. You like things to be visual.
it had
That's
to be,
why.
it had to be right.
Yeah.
Right. It wasn't there.
Yeah.
I was like, bless
All
him,
right.
bless him.
Gemini, B plus. What are you guys doing beyond Gemini then? Okay, again, I'm on the basic mode, so it's basically for me transcripts. If I wanted to do some images, I would, but I'm not in it. I feel like daily as I am with Claude or ChatGPT.
You will, just because of your phone. Just because of, if you're an iOS user, Siri is going to be powered by Gemini. So you will become more and more tuned in with what Gemini gives as responses.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, Apple admitted Siri was trifling, and they got in bed with Google, which made sense. So I'm running and I know Doc probably is too, I'm running the developer's version of the next version of iOS, and Gemini is creeping into the usage of what Siri is going to be. And it's pretty decent.
Gemini can actually watch YouTube videos and the best. Okay, yes, I have had Gemini give me the transcripts for videos, and I thought that was very helpful.
Yeah.
But I still drop it into Descript. That's just habit.
That's not a bad habit, and the script. Shouts out to them too. Again, I must stop talking bad about companies. I have nothing bad to say about Descript because they're supposed to be sending me some swag. So I need them, and I'm waiting on my swag. MCP
Okay.
access in Descript for Claude, and I believe OpenAI as well. So again, that tight integration right there, you can tell Claude to chop up some long form into short form. That's really powerful.
Yeah. I mean, you could, but would you? I'm just kidding. I'm just saying, because I've seen all the different
I
shorts,
haven't, yeah. So,
automations,
okay,
and I'm
you
just
know,
like,
I say it in all transparency, but yeah, I have not done that. But I just know that you can. And I know other folks in our community have probably leveraged that. But
I mean, you could wash a car with a banana, doesn't mean that you should.
you can wash a car. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. It's
P.S. By the way, shout out to Karen who was here. Hey, Karen, we were talking.
Oh, miss her.
I know, we talked
I-
about all the
I-
things.
I need
I
to
would tell
call
you where you need to cut. Exactly. Yes, that's what I'm
and
doing.
no one else can do that, right? Gemini, again, being part of the whole Alphabet family with Google and YouTube and all of that, by having that capability and that integration, you can't not leverage that. You got to take advantage of something that's as tightly integrated as that.
What I will say though, I did pop into YouTube Content Studio, and I really liked what Content Studio had to suggest, and like, hey Stephanie, based off of the things that you've done and talked about before in the past, these are some videos that you should create. And I was like, that is actually me. I would actually be interested in doing that.
Or you
And
can
I
just
did.
use the green light room, which I created and I gave you access to. It'll
That
do
is
the exact same
very
thing.
true. You want a demo?
No, I'm do the exact same thing.
Let's see here. Okay, so P.S. by the way, since Brandon is here, hold on.
What's happening with you, man? Is he there? Where
He's here. Hold on. Boop. There you go. He says Manus A tier for sure. Yes, that's me too. So the
Wow.
reason why I did this,
Wow.
Brandon, why I had to get James on the line was because Manus, we have to back up our data, which you know all of the landing pages that I've created for us.
I'd love to do like a round table right now with Brandon. Come on.
Do
and
they
tell
all
me
want to
why
hop
you say-
in? If you guys want to hop in, I'll give you the zoomy zoom.
Doc, if you're gonna come in too, and we can have this.
We can
'cause
zoom.
I just want to see Mr. Red Jacket.
You want to see?
Let you know.
Where is he?
I'm wearing red for you today, brother. No.
That is very true. He is. I saw that. Okay. So we've been talking about all the different things as far as these guys. Boop, 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 sorry. Boop. There you go. And what to
Build
do
on the
about
fly.
it.
Love it.
What was that?
No, I said build on the fly. I love that.
Yes, sir. I like it. Hold on. Karen is saying, I'll move you guys over here. Dun, 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 dun. I just backed up everything hours, and I'm going to set up my own. We're setting up our own servers now, y'all.
Karen, the truth, y'all. Y'all need to, don't sleep on Karen. She the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doc is going into the studio.
She got it like that.
Hold on.
Uh-oh. Let me.
I'm gonna put you on the screen while I go.
Let me go find my whiskey. Let me go find my whiskey. Because me and my boy.
Let me
we
go
about to-
find. Hold on a sec. Let me go find the link.
But this is what it's all about too. Having this kind of conversation with subject matter experts that aren't just yes folks that actually have an opinion and who actually use these tools on a daily basis and can come at it from a different angle, right?
Yeah.
Some of us are building tools, building platforms, building applications, building whatever the case may be, and some other folks are just talking about it. I got calluses from as much code as I've written in a day and how many prompts that I prompted in the last few years. So it's gonna be dope to have anyone come on.
To chitty chat. My gosh, you guys, let's see. Karen is saying, make sure when you export that you export everything, not just the bones. By default, is it going to just select it all for you?
So Karen, make sure that so I use the Manus download utility. If you use the OG just up the top right, export from Manus, then that is where you get the option of what to export. But if you use the Manus's download utility, it will extract everything. That's a good point as well that you put right there, my friend.
My goodness. I'm looking at my little thing. Hold on.
That's technical terms. You're looking at her.
Bang.
I'm looking at. What you looking at?
Look at this. Hold on. Back up. Where'd you go? Come back. Oh, now I got a countdown timer.
See?
Do I
Again,
do that?
I told you. See, I worry less about external entities, about what's going on. I worry about what's happening here with the company in and of itself. 20 minutes ago, that wasn't there.
That wasn't there.
Now they're tapping you on the shoulder. Hey, stop playing. Back this stuff up before we start turning these environments down and off.
That's
You can't
very
say that
true.
you haven't been made aware of this. And anyone that's in this field, in this industry, anyone that's using these tools has gotten all the emails. As if you logged in, you can't get to your environment in Manus without getting the splash screen. You have to manually click out of that. So there's no excuse. I don't want to hear nobody on the 22nd, 23rd of this month saying, "Oh, I didn't know, I forgot. How do I get it back?"
I feel like even now you could probably set up like a Google reminder or an email campaign.
Dude, just do it now. Hey, what I'm probably gonna do? Hey, Doc, we gonna raise prices for like that week afterwards. All consultancy rates are probably gonna go up like 20%.
Why?
Oh, help me recover my Manus. Okay. you know, we don't work in PayPal. We work with invoices.
That's
Okay,
true.
I'm sorry.
You mean paid in full, direct deposit?
That's them Fortino Studios right there talking, ladies and gentlemen.
Karen said it took me 24 hours to be able to export. They were so backed up. See, that's my concern.
Interesting. Okay. That's why I said don't mess around. I had my handful of, what was it? What did I have? I said 12 gig or whatever, and it took 20 minutes for me. But I know Karen has built a ton of platforms, tools, repositories, and things that were leveraged on Manus. So again, if it's bogged down from a resource allocation perspective, just try to do it right before you go to sleep. Try to do it when you get up in the morning. Right now, what is it? It's 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon on a weekday, and maybe some action, maybe some activity. Just get it done.
I almost forgot that it was time. I got to go pick up the little one.
I've been kicked to the curb, ladies. Hey, Doc, I guess you're not coming on screen.
I was waiting for Doc and for Brandon to get the link and then pop on. And then, I'm so happy that you mentioned the time because I was literally like, wait, no. I got time. She's got an after school thing today. So I got time. Look at me.
Like that.
Whew.
The youngster is more important than chopping it up with my crazy ass.
No, it's good. Okay. So she said it's a nightmare. She did it at 2 a.m.
She doesn't sleep like me. See, me and Karen be up in the middle of this. This is what we do. We in this. We leverage all 1,440 minutes of the day.
Hold on a second. Is this what you meant? Where'd it go? Boop. This little part right here. I don't know if I can make this bigger. Unbiggin that. Okay, so this is what you're talking about. Is this the utility one built in? Oh, did I lose you?
No, I'm trying to zoom in. I got the glasses on. Let me move you over here to the.
Let me get my little mousey thing.
Let me move you over here to the 30 some inches. Here's right.
How do you do? Oops.
So where it says back up now, or where it says back up now at the top right.
That one.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to see.
So there should be
the utility link. I was hoping that it was just going to tell me how much I needed.
No, so is that the right email still?
I know, don't be looking at my email.
So hit export.
Yeah. I'm not going to do that now.
Well, it won't start, but it'll actually give you an option.
Really?
Yeah, it should pop up with the 3 that I was telling you about. So there it is right there. So the option of Google Drive, OneDrive, or using the Manus downloader. And that's what I used. I used the Manus downloader. And then after I did that, I still did another copy to Google Drive.
Got it. Okay.
And by going through that preferred route is where you'll get all of your data, where you get all of your tasks, all your skills, all of your chat history and things of that.
Got it. Okay. Look who just joined.
So I can see.
Look who just joined.
What it is? See, we start talking about minutes in a day, 1,440.
Florence popped in.
Now I'm nervous. I don't want to hold you here too long.
No.
You gotta go,
I got time.
All right.
Today's Thursday.
Now she got time.
Today's Thursday. Hold on a second. I got a little friend there.
Hold on.
One second.
Let me get a screenshot.
We're gonna. Damn it! How am I gonna do this on the fly?
Let me get a screenshot.
We're gonna dupe this. Doop-de-doop.
I want to say something, but I don't want to mess up.
Hold on a second.
Stream.
Be nice to me. Y'all faster than me. You guys got like that.
That's my dog.
And don't do preview mode. Just show everything.
That's why I say show it.
I'm gonna show you how I do all my thing.
Build in public. Build in public.
Doop doop. 2 James. That's gonna be crazy.
That's too much.
There you are.
There you go.
Good.
There you
I
go.
got a mad technique for doing this mess now. I've been trying to put it together in a video, but my head's been all over the place. But I've been trying to tell people, fam, if you go into Canva and you pull up presentation, not YouTube or anything, don't look for live stream stuff. You're not going to find it. Not enough people in the Canva space to do live streams. But I go snatch a presentation, and in the presentation, they will have a 3-window joint like this
Yeah.
because, for real estate, right? It's like, oh, close to schools, nice shopping, quick access to the beach. You just delete all of that nonsense and use the 3 picture frames and then just trace Ecamm cameras over top of them and
Go
then
ahead.
look fly. And it would look like, don't tell them I said this. It looked like, somebody like Marshall's game designed it. And people are like, oh, but I don't know how to design. You don't need to, dog. You know how to trace. We all went to kindergarten.
I was mean with the Crayolas. I was mean with the
Back, me
Crayolas.
too. Matter of fact, with the ADHD, I was drawing on the desk. I used to get lickings from the nuns. They hit you with that stick, then send you to the rectory to learn something from Jesus.
He
Jesus,
still
they made
have
me
it. He
draw
still
that
got
thing,
trauma
dude. It
on
was
that.
my
Listen, he
ADHD,
bring it
but we
up.
didn't know that back then.
Man, this man still got trauma.
So do
I
you think
saw
that
Cora
Manus
in
will
the
be back
comment.
on the 25th
No,
on the dot?
Oh yeah, no, come on, they'll be back, bruh. They'll be
Yeah?
back. It's not gonna be the same.
she gone.
It won't be the same, but they will. They'll be back.
Here's my worry about Manus coming back on the 25th. I feel bad for all of y'all that got all your sticks in the basket and whatnot. But what's trippy about it right now, and honestly, all of our stuff can get snatched pretty soon
Truth.
because, all right, people, I don't care about your damn politics. I'm a nerd. I care about nerd stuff, okay? People that's making decisions about tech and technology who don't know how to turn the timer on their VCR, but they are making decisions. So, for instance, I cannot even, my Osmo Pocket 4 does not want to behave itself properly in this country, and I can't do nothing about it. This is an Osmo Pocket 4, bro. This cannot spy on me. This is not going to snatch nobody's kids. It's not going to do nothing. But the FCC said, oh, because of DJI drones, we going to block something.
Yeah.
That had nothing to do with anything. Let's be honest. And I'm not, again, I don't care about your politics. I'm talking business. The reason why DJI drones got blocked is because Tweedledee and Tweedledum bought a drone company. That's it. It had nothing to do with anything else. And so now all us content creators who love our DJI products, we're getting products that don't even do nothing snatched. Okay, take all the drones. I don't even care. My drone ain't been in the air in 2 years. But what's my Osmo Pocket or the Nano, dude? They blocked the Nano. This thing don't fly and the neck don't move. What is this thing gonna do?
My neck and my back.
Right? I had to get this from Japan. You can't even buy this in the U.S. at this point. So it's that's the problem. Where even though because Manus is going where it's going, there's a possibility. Not just even Manus, even OpenAI and Claude. Claude might get slapped down because Boris and them refused to play with the team. The government be like, do this, and Claude be like,
you think
nah.
about that, and you would appreciate that. Hopefully, that what Doc is just saying, y'all, doesn't fly over your head. Hey, pun intended. We're talking about drones.
It'll go over some people's head because they just want to say, no, Trump's right. All right, cool, whatever, man. I don't care.
I don't even like saying that name.
I don't care who the president is. The only presidents I care are the dead ones on my paper. I live in Hawaii.
Let that marinate for a minute. Just let that marinate, because we're going to chop that up. Where I was going is because if you think about it as well, so yeah, all of the hubbub right now about Manus and what's jumping off with China, but Claude and putting these watermarks, these invisible watermarks, all of these it's a contingency that we all have to think about and worry about, but don't get overburdened about. We got to think about it and worry about it, but don't get overburdened about it, because again, if you need to bob and move and pivot to something else, make sure you got those GitHub repositories.
Yes.
Make sure you're leveraging Supabase. Make sure you're hosting in Netlify. These open source platforms have been around way before I had gray hair and when Doc still had hair.
I did.
These platforms and locations are the truth. So don't just use something that's just fly by night. Again, we can say this until we're blue in the face, but worry about it, do your backups, but make sure that you are covered. Make sure that you are secure. Make sure that you are multi-tenant. Make sure you're all those things. Don't sleep on doing this backup.
How often do you back up? Weekly, monthly?
I'll let Doc answer because he's probably the same as me. I'll let Doc answer. I'm the same.
Mine's every single day.
Yeah.
I got backups every day. because
Yeah, I
I
got cron
I
jobs that
worked in
run at
retail. I
night.
also worked in IT for a long time, and I've been called on in the middle of the night to go, fix somebody's petabytes of data when you had the tapes and you put the whole
Mm-hmm.
tape in and it take forever. So because I've seen like 140,000 records from a legal office disappear in 2 seconds, like I don't play that.
Yeah,
Like I back up every day, every day.
same here. I got cron jobs that run in the middle of the night to back up, and I'm so anal as well that to multiple locations, the multiple
Yes.
clouds.
You
Yes,
guys are
I
That
pull
should be
my
a
so
damn
entire
insurance
GitHub
bill.
repository down to my Synology NAS every single night. I have Google Drive, and you all know I have Box, right? Which is like a enterprise level version of Google Drive. I 86 Dropbox because they've been hacked too many times, and I just don't trust. They don't. If you don't lock your own door, what are you gonna do with my stuff?
Mm-hmm.
They
My
got at
goodness,
one
lock your
point they got
door.
hacked. They got hacked 12 times in 1 year. I'm like, no, I'm done with y'all. But I use an application called Hyper Backup, and on my Synology, it basically duplicates my Google Drive, my Box, my Microsoft OneDrive, my Flickr account, my GitHub repository. So even all of my cloud stuff gets re-backed up to the not cloud in the back room over there.
Go ahead on.
And people are like, oh yeah, but that takes up a lot of space. Absolutely. And then I just don't want nothing to get lost, right? I take a lot of photos, I take a lot of videos. I have 96 terabyte storage block back there that I just bought more drives from to push it to 100 something terabytes because I still want to be in charge of my own data.
Hey, if you care about it,
Karen's
you're gonna
asking
back
what's
it
it
up.
called again?
Synology, the backup machine, Synology.
Karen, I'll holler at you. I tell
Yeah,
you
yeah.
what he uses. I'll
Yeah,
send you
and
my
then and
affiliate
there's
link.
cheaper ones out now, like U Green and a couple other cats have come out. Here's something very important. I think everybody should wrap their head around. And I was just about to write a thread post about this and then go hide because everybody will lose their mind. Okay, currently right now the hubbub this week is everybody's mad at YouTube because they're moving their YPP or partner program application levels up to 8,000 hours instead of
Mm-hmm.
4,000 hours. So you
Mm-hmm.
have to have 8,000 hours of watch time in order to get paid. Also, premium, the price of premium is going up. The price of Netflix is going up. The Apple TV's price is going up for the first time in 10 years. It's going
Forever,
up.
yeah.
And everybody's like, well, these services are robbing us because they're raising the prices. And I'm like, okay, let me do you a favor, Nathan. I'm picking on Nathan today.
Oh, Nate.
When I bought this 512 Samsung little card here back in December, I got it for $34. Do you know how much a 512 SD card costs right now?
Three times that. Yeah. Like three times that.
$289. Not 35, player. 285.
Mm-hmm.
Right? When I bought the 20 terabyte hard drive in December, it was 289. That same 20 terabyte hard drive right now costs $750.
Yep.
So the stuff that we're doing talking about servers require hard drives. Hard drives are the most expensive thing on the planet right now, right? And graphics cards. And so all of these things that we're putting out in the web and all of the cloud-based storage, it actually costs them money too. It doesn't matter that these are billion-dollar companies. They don't stay billion-dollar companies if they don't take care of business. And
True.
unfortunately, things going to cost us. And so while everybody is mad at YouTube raising the price, they're doing that to try to cut down on people just generating useless slop content. So all the platforms are making it harder. Everybody, not just YouTube, TikTok did it, so did Instagram. They're making it harder for you to get monetized as a creator if you only create rubbish. If you create things like, Stephanie or Jimmy that people want, people need, or whatever, they come through, knock yourself out. But if you stealing other people's videos and chopping it up and repurposing it and putting weird AI voices on,
He
did you
talking
know
about
8 ways to use toothpaste to get
He
doo-doo
talking.
stains off your carpet? Like, no, bro, nobody cares, dude. That stuff is dumb. But it got a lot of views because it psychs you into believing there's something valuable. And then when you watch it and you realize it's nothing, that takes up way too much data, right? And data has to be stored somewhere and it costs money. So everybody that runs any type of service is raising their prices because of hard drives, graphics card, electricity prices have all gone through the roof.
That's it right there. The electricity. So again, I'm in this industry, so it's data center tile floor space.
Yes.
It costs significantly more to house the infrastructure. And just like I'm just going to recoup what Doc said here, and then I know I'm going to be cognizant of Stephanie's time here, but everybody wants to stream at 4K, right? Everybody want to walk around with their little whatever camera and put something out there, put some madness out there, put noise out there at 4K. Do you know how much it costs to store a 4K video indefinitely out there on the internet? The resource that it costs to store that, not to create that. It's a one-time cost to create it, but to store that out there and have it available on Meta or YouTube, or what are the kids using now? Are the kids on Snapchat? I don't know what the kids are.
Yeah, Snapchat.
But to use all those platforms, it really is it's not a reckoning. It's not a come to Jesus moment, or it's not even, it's more of a balance. Yeah, Apple hasn't raised prices on Apple One in decades. It's going to be $2 more now. And I think we're going to also get more storage capacity for iCloud. I'm willing to pay that.
I'm willing to pay 8 terabytes of iCloud.
Right? I'm willing to pay the what is YouTube Premium? Is it $12.99, $14.99? The value that I get for YouTube Premium far exceeds that extra little $1.50 that they're raising the rate up. The programming that we get on Netflix is so much more compelling and so much better now. I'm willing to pay. Again, I'm speaking out of turn probably. I'm willing to pay the extra $1.50 for some dope content on Netflix or Apple Plus or Hulu, whatever the case may be. Y'all need to be watching The Pit. Y'all been watching that? That's the show.
Oh,
no.
Okay, little squirrel moment. I'm sorry.
Of course I watched that.
And you know what? Well, you don't know, but okay.
Dude,
squirrel moment. Hey, Stephanie, you still here?
I am still here. I was looking at open.video. I was like, what is this? I haven't heard of that before. But here's a question for y'all. Do you think YouTube will ever charge creators a monthly or annual fee to post content?
They should charge Corey, but not the rest of us.
Put it on Corey's card.
I see, boy. What's cracking? No, actually, I don't think so, because the thing about YouTube, right? At the end of the day, their entire job is selling ads to people like us. My company, we buy ads from YouTube, and I love it when, and Stephanie, and, in our group of friends, there's a couple of them that have been posting videos about, oh, YouTube wants you to quit, and YouTube is changing their monetization platform because they're trying to like stop, creators or whatever. And I'm like, bro, do you hear you? They only can put ads where inventory exists. Why would you reduce the inventory? They don't want to reduce the inventory. They just want the inventory to be good. Like if I'm a developer, I don't want to try to sell the projects as high end. You know what I mean? I'm going to build luxury condos in nicer spots, which is why, somebody like Bomboy takes a gigantic warehouse place where they used to build boats, and they built the Gaylord Chula Vista Resort. And that thing is gorgeous, right? But you could tell that used to be a rundown boat type joint. And they just took it. They took a desert boat place and turned it into a beautiful resort because it's worth more money. That's what YouTube is doing. They're putting out more luxury things for people to absorb, especially because TV is crushing. Back in the day, it was cute. Oh, everybody watches your videos on the phone. No, look at the TV numbers. They're psycho. Billions and billions of hours of content.
I had to get a bigger TV in my studio just because of that. Just watching the lab tech show and lights, camera, live, and I had to get a bigger screen back here. Okay, I'm sorry.
I love it. You guys are crazy.
It looks nice. I kind of want to put a projector on the back wall,
right,
and then just let it be the whole wall as the projector, so I could change the background on the fly. You know what I mean?
Gangster right there.
I'm gonna change it. Boop.
I think that's.
I'm gonna go 70? Back to James.
Oh,
boop.
I think that's 70. Come on, producer. Come on. Where
I'm
doing the moderators and the producers at? She back there. What you need is some of these tools that are built to help you with the administration.
That is very true. We still got to talk about that one for sure.
Do a plug, brother. Always be closing. I really do. Somebody mentioned this the other day, Stephanie. Somebody asked in the eCam community about like, oh, are you guys just creating all your content? Are you hiring editors or whatever? Now, me, I love editing. I'm an editor by trade. This is what I'd like to do. And then I was like, yo, you need to call BF Tino or Luis, like if you want to get your like editing done. So many creators say they hate editing, but then they don't do nothing about it. Like you say, the
Mm-hmm.
only reason why you don't create content is because you don't like an editor. Okay, what you gonna do about it?
Yeah.
Right? It's
No
like the people
excuse.
that be like, they be like, hey man, you know what, Jimmy, man, I need to stop smoking. Anyway, so I know. I mean,
Need to put them
I've been
Swisher
trying to
Sweets
stop
down and move
smoking
over to the
like
Philly
a hot
Blunts.
minute, right?
Oh,
It's like, bro, if you're trying to stop smoking, put the Marlboro down. Like,
no.
so
Yeah.
you can't tell me that you want to create content, but you hate editing. And I'm like, okay, what you do about it? Well, I can't afford to hire an editor. Can you
Mm.
drive Uber for 2 hours a day to cover your cost of your editor because you don't want to edit? Like, well, you're not going to drive Uber, no, because I like editing. You know, like it can't be the money is not the issue. There's thousands of ways to get money. Like if you tell people on the internet that you really, really want to be a content creator, but I see you doing nothing to actually get to where you say you want to go, now you're just making me mad because you're lying to me, and I thought we was friends.
Just stop with the excuses.
Mm-hmm.
Tell them, staff, stop with the excuses. Should everyone move over to club?
There's
No.
a
Yes.
season for reasons,
Yeah.
and
Man.
now is not the time.
Yeah.
Should
Yes.
everyone move over to Claude Code
Yes.
and leave Manus emergent?
Don't,
And what the hell is emergent?
don't come over to our pool. Our pool is starting to get full. Don't everybody, y'all stay where y'all at. We Doc, we at the swim up bar right now, and it's cool and
Can I
it's
ask both of you
comfortable.
guys a question since you went heavy in Manus while I was ignoring it? Does Manus allow you to build multi-headed agents so that when you send in when I send in something to Claudine, she don't do it by herself because I talked
Yeah.
about building harnesses and I think
Yeah.
I should explain that to folks in a second. But I'm like, hey, listen, I need you to attack this problem, but don't sit here and attack this by yourself,
Alone.
one line at
Build
a
a team.
time.
Yeah.
What I want you to do is give me like 7 people on this. I need a team of 7. And right, so you and I, Stephanie, have both sat in a project with a whole marketing team, right? We got our copywriting team, we got our graphic designer team, we have our social media team, and then we got our CMO, right? Then we got your partnerships people. Like I basically say, I need all of these folks knocking at this. So if you don't know anything about that, go look at an org chart for the company that you're trying to build a thing that they built already, right? So when I was building this app, right, I said, okay, what does a modern iOS development team look like? And it found me the 7 things. Okay, so I'm like, okay, go get me the LinkedIn description for like Apple class iPhone developers, app developers. And it did. Okay, it goes and get that. Okay, use these resumes to build me a team better than these dudes to build my app. And then it goes, okay, so before it starts building anything, I have it build a team. I have it build all the instructions. And then I have that team basically sit through a job interview with me real quick. It only takes a couple of minutes. And then once we got everybody on point and they're all speaking my language, I'm like, now go build what I said. And Claude will start
Yeah.
and I will leave. I have left the house sometimes for like a day and a half. She's still doing her thing. I'm like, girl, what you doing? She's like, shut up, Doc. I'm like, all right, my bad. It's like, hey,
But
girl,
so
the app want me to restart. She like, hold
yeah.
on, let me get a good spot to restart. Okay, now restart and then hit resume when you come back. And I'm like, bet. I'm like, I'm gonna move upstairs to the other Mac. She's like, hold on, let me send everything to GitHub real
Yeah,
quick.
that part right there is dope.
You know what I mean? And so like it'll be building. I'm 3D printing,
Yeah.
hitting the ball at 12, out to dinner, getting that A5 Wagyu. Like it's still building. So that's what I'm curious. Does
Behind the scenes.
Manus do that or
Behind
no?
the scenes. No, so let me answer a couple of things right there, because what Doc just said about Claude going out and doing the thing on its own, that's typically a Fable thing. That's the highest model on Claude. That's a good and a bad for some folks. Some folks appreciate that, the fact that it will go out and build the thing and require less interaction. What Manus does do and what Manus doesn't do is it doesn't multi-thread. So
Yeah, no,
you
it take too
can
long. Ain't
tell
got
it
time for
to
that.
go out and grab all these minds, build my team, and do something, but you can't interject. It'll go out and try to build everything A to Z as opposed to asking the right
So when
questions.
your Uber driver driving the wrong way, you can't say nothing?
If you do, you will end up with probably a stale state. And I know if Karen's still here, she's probably seen it too. That's why I had to leave Manus, because again, there were some times where it would go down a path, it would hallucinate. I tried to stop it and try to correct, and it would just throw up all over itself.
Yeah.
It's been a few months. It may be better now. It's been a few months since I've used it, but that was my experience with Manus, and which is why I did move over to Claude.
Sometimes a pimp changes mind in the middle. I'd be like, "Hey, Claude, wait! I got a different idea." And she's like,
Can't
"What?"
be serious with this man. Good Lord!
And I'm like, "Hey, no, I thought I had this idea, but what if we do it this way?" And then she think about it, and she's like, "No, that's dumb." And sometimes she's like, "Oh yeah, you're right. Hold up."
Sometimes you feel
Everybody
like a
stop
nut.
what you're doing. The boss is spoken.
Sometimes you don't.
And then so this is why I use Claude Code. And again, so Stephanie, I know you glazed over the comment because it probably glazed everybody that read it, but I will explain human reinforcement language versus constitutional AI. The reason why Claude will always hold an A+ to me is it's constitutional AI. The first thing is when the government say, "Hey, I need you to stop," and they say, "Hey, government," and I'll let you figure out what I got behind there. I was like, oh, hey, girl, that's my kind. She's spicy, right? But then if you go and you read Anthropic's constitutional AI policy, it says that we live inside a framework of guidelines and we will never deviate from these guidelines. I don't care who's paying this. I don't care how much money we got. I don't care what they throw at us. We will never deviate. And the only reason why we have an Anthropic is because Ilya and Sam got to fight. And Sam was about making the money and Ilya was about doing it right. So that's how come we got two separate companies as it stands right now. It used to be one.
They almost got the moving furniture the last time they were together.
Yes, there was some furniture moving a few months back. Exactly. And so because Claude will stay into what we call a constitutional AI, it follows a strict set of guidelines and will not deviate from that, is why I prefer it. Whereas Chat's job is to glaze you, in some cases gaslight you, because it is human reinforcement language, right? And so you and I all three of us grew up with a flying slipper or a belt. Whereas like nowadays, kids be doing something and they be like, da, mom. And it was like, oh, Bobby, well, you're doing a good job, but mommy would prefer it if you did. Nuh-uh. See, that's why these kids ain't got no respect. Right? I'm not telling you to beat your kids. I feel the switch
right now.
But I'm telling you what, I'm feeling it right now. Like, I'm starting to get a little nervous. But there is something about, no, what you're doing, young man, is not correct. It's not proper. You need to do it this way. Or let's talk about it and let's figure out how we can get to the middle. Like, that's the difference. And Claude is better built to hold you in your place and build you back.
Yes.
Whereas
you can let it run.
Like, no, girl, let's go ahead and rob this bank.
You can let it run, but it will pause and say, "Hey, you sure we should be doing this?" And that is the distinction. Manus is not ready for that right there. So
it's been a couple of months since I used it, but I'm building my multi-model.
It's been a couple of months.
See, dude, listen to Mike. Build the harness first before y'all keep throwing in and stealing other people's prompts and doing this other weird stuff. You need to build yourself a harness. And that is what stops everything from getting out of control, because the rest of y'all out here raw dogging like it's the 80s. And you remember what happened.
Oh, my goodness.
We lost some good folks.
Y'all pray for them. Oh, my goodness.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Well, there goes.
Well, there goes the show.
I mean, they got magic. Once they got magic, I knew I quit. I ain't playing.
I don't know what else to say, ladies and gentlemen.
Shout
out to you, Business Growth Ready, though, for the statement there. I was going to type it in chat, but Doc threw a loop, and I'm on the oh my goodness. I'm normally not at a loss of words, but
hey,
you
Jimbo.
guys are good.
Good to see you, fam.
You guys are good. You guys are good. Okay,
Stephanie, what type of stuff are you building recently? Because I know, like, you always be in the move, and I think in a way it's good because you're kind of like the perfect delimiter between full ass crazy nerds to like normal people. It's like you're the normal nerd whisperer.
That's so funny. I made my own version. Do you know what group track is by any chance?
I was in group home, but that was
So I built my own social CRM. So basically, if someone follows me from a conference or whatever, I could tag them on Instagram and then I could bulk message them, but not having to use Meta's API. It would actually open up a new tab on Chrome, and then let's say all the eCam folks, it'll send a dedicated message to them because it's segmented, and it'll be like, hey, you guys all going to, hey, James, are you going to Crater Cam? Hey, Doc, are you doing it? So it'll insert the names, the personalization of it. So that has been like a lifesaver for me as far as like reopening, re-engaging conversations with folks. Because I'll say like, happy Mother's Day, happy Father's Day. We should catch up. And then usually the we should catch up usually leads to like a business deal. So that's what I love as far as what I built on Manus. That's the big
dope.
one where I'm like, I have to move this one.
Yeah.
The landing pages, I'm just like, whatever. But the big one was it was a Google Chrome extension that it would go, like, let's say if I went to Doc's Instagram, it would pull all your followers and I would tag them as eCam fam or whatever. All of that would work. But that's what I built. That's what I liked.
That's crazy.
It is.
Don't stop.
I liked it.
Keep building valuable stuff. Don't build stuff.
Yeah,
in a
and
vacuum,
I think
though.
that's the fun part is being able to build valuable stuff when the lala hits your system, you can just go in and like you can build it. And sometimes I've built stuff and when you know what, this is dumb. But I've also built stuff that I'm like, yo, this is crazy. And I have one right now that I built, which I absolutely love, but I just kind of don't want to take it public because I don't want to do tech support. Because you know me, I get super mad at people that won't read instructions. So I'll be a terrible tech support person at this stage of my life. When I worked at Apple, that's what I did. You know, when they come in and like, my phone went in the water. How come it don't work? What?
Send me a new one.
I'm like, here, do this. Go home, grab your hair dryer, and try to use that in the shower. And they be like, you can't tell people that. And I'm like, okay. Well, I'm just saying, like, what makes you think electricity and water go together? But I like the idea of just building things when it comes through. But I think it's also a dope outlet because those of us who are multi-projected, where we just always grab something and run with it with no rhyme or reason, and then we like money in the hole.
Yeah.
At least this way we get to build all of our crazy ideas and just let them die quietly in their own self before your wallet takes a hit doing some other new crazy thing you was going to build.
It keeps me sharp too, right?
Yeah,
Again, if I'm gonna talk about it, if I'm gonna teach about it, try and tell other folks about it, I need to be in it too.
Yeah.
So I
You know
need
what I
to
thought
be
about the
hacking
other
and
day,
coding.
Steph? I was like, yo, I wanna now because it can actually think. I wanted to, don't get mad at me. I wanted to rebuild video script.
Oh, I rebuilt video scripts so many times on Manus.
But now it's so crazy because of the way the generator works.
Yeah.
Because what'll be different this time is I can have it scrub all of my comments a couple times a week.
Yeah.
So it constantly changes the audience profile because it's always knowing where they are, where their head's at. Even the diaspora of the audience, from the neophytes all the way to the top level people, it will be able to constantly build several different people. It'll build a Karen and a Stephanie and a James and a Gretchen and a Louise and a Paul. And so they're all in there. So when it's making the scripts, it will use the personas of the people that are in my comments, in my activity, and keep that updated. So now the script is always talking directly to a very specific audience.
Yeah.
Like hyper specialized. And I was like, how would I do that? Like that's the kind of stuff where, again, having the baller model, I can tell Opus 5 or Fable and put it on super. There's a thing in there called Max, Ultra Max, or Super Max or whatever, where you just tell it, I need you to be Alberto Einstein V and don't stop. And again, you let it build all of the plan and everything before it builds anything. Then what I have it do is I tell it to use the dumber agents to build stuff because, you know, why have Albert Einstein cutting grass? I have Albert Einstein run the team.
Say that again. No, that there's a cheat code what you just are talking about. Right.
Nobody be watching youtube.com/DOCROCK. I speak on this like daily. you take
give them the behind the scenes right there. That's a cheat code.
Take Fable and you tell Fable, or I don't care what you use. If you're using Gemini and you got Flash 3.1 Pro, you have the Flash 3.1 Pro, whatever your top model, build the framework, build the honors, build the team, build the project plan. But you tell it to specifically say when the agent grabs this, if all the agent is doing is data collecting, you're going to use Haiku. Because I can use 20 million Haiku tokens for 35 cents.
Cheap.
But if I use 2,000 Fable tokens, it's $35, right? So I tell it, you use Haiku to do the grunt work, you use Sonnet to do this stuff. Think of it as the way you would hire these people according to their pay scale. Put the model exactly like that, so
That's
that the
smart.
top people are doing the top
No,
stuff. And
because
then,
that's your
yo,
team right there, right?
that's my team.
We were talking about that. So that's exactly what I do as well. And again, Stephanie, be cognizant of your time. I will build in Fable, but all of the iterative stuff, all of the after it's done, after it's built, after it's launched, all of the patching, that's done in either Sonnet or in Opus,
Interesting.
as opposed to again using the guy in the basement with the red stapler. Hopefully, some of y'all
Have you
got
seen
that.
my red swing line?
Hopefully, some of y'all got that. I'm gonna need that cut up somewhere.
Yo,
Instead
Katie
of
got
using
that
that
joint
dude
on
for
her desk,
everything,
dude, right behind her. Katie has it in her scene, the red swing
The red
line.
stapler?
right?
Oh, man.
You don't have to use that cat all the time. You use the everyday. Use the junior SE. You don't have to use the data scientist for
Look,
every
Jimmy
single
be out here and
iteration.
be like, I'm gonna need to get those TPS reports. Okay.
Yeah,
Hold on a
you know what I'm
second.
saying? There we
I'm
go.
gonna get
Junaid
those
said last week he used
C3PO
6
reports.
billion tokens.
That's what I'm talking about.
Bro.
Now we're cooking.
What?
Now we're cooking.
That's crazy.
Hey, he out
I
there
have a
with
thing
that
on my
pod
desktop
glue.
that tells me how much tokens I'm using. Using an application called Terminal Widget, just written by my buddy Brett Terpstra. It's one of the number one apps in the App Store right now. It's super cool.
Yo,
So, because Apple Mac OS has widgets now, so I have my widgets like
Yeah.
displaying all myriad. So it's a good, cool information. I know when the yen drops, when they hit that 163, I can put another down payment on my house.
there you go, brother.
I'm like watching all these things, and it just lives on the desktop. It's constantly updating. And then a real cool one that I built, which I love, I have an AI newspaper just for me, but it goes every morning and it scrubs all of the AI news and it brings it back to me and it puts it to me in little cheek lays. And then I look at each of the individual cheek lays and it will auto identify something that's YouTube worthy or that I should make a content about. If it's just for my information, it stays a particular way. If it thinks I should make a video, it'll do it. And then I'll tell it, okay, give me the bullet points for that. And it'll generate the script.
Oh, that's fascinating.
Fa-
I have that in a
Fable.
Slack channel. I have it in a Slack channel, so we always get an alert when something's like breaking news, and then Brandon will just have it like draft a script for him.
Go ahead,
Dude, man,
14-0.
y'all, F Tino is crushing.
God,
Every
that's a
time I
bad
see
man.
I see his little cute ass pop up on my screen. I was like, I used to be young and handsome too. Sucker, you only seen the old unks. You ain't seen unks.
Brandon
when he
got
was
good
cute.
hair too. You know,
Dude, he got that good hair too.
He got that.
Like, you know,
Okay,
the
I'm
little,
sorry.
The little pompadour.
God,
The rest of the
okay.
pointed girls,
God,
bro.
he got
And
that
living
good
in
hair.
shades. Oh yeah.
You know, out there at the gym lifting, wearing mediums when he know he should be probably at least one, but he just flexing on
You
them. with that good.
Yeah.
Okay, 14-0.
Brandon be like, came through dripping.
It's all love, brother. We see you working. That's what it is, man. We love you, man.
Man, I love the fact what you guys were talking about today, though, in general. And even though I had things to do, it was worth stopping because I think it's very important that even if you're still timid, you should still watch what's going on. Because at some
Yeah.
point, you coming in this water. This water will not let you stay dry. And all of the people who are mad, well, AI is going to do this, AI is going to do that. I'm like, fam, y'all ain't old enough. Jimmy and I are. I remember back when I first got my little first computer, and all my uncles and them, I don't know why you buy that boy that machine. You know, these computers, they going to take everybody's job. I
Vic 20.
remember.
Don't
Dude,
be.
I was like, Cleotis, you have no idea what you're talking about, you Bama ass. Like, this going to be how I make money. You know what? Uncle Clee still broke. I got a beachfront condo in Honolulu.
Say it with your chest, boy.
You know,
Started with a Vic 20 or a
Uncle
Commodore
Clee be
64.
like with the handout now.
Now look
Hey
at you.
Neff, can I get a little paper? No, because you told me this computer stuff was dumb. We went through this with books. We went through this with computers. We went through this with TV, radio, hip hop. Like, man, stop listening to other people trying to scare you out of what you need to do to run your business. Like, and I'm not saying you got to become an AI specialist. But nobody with iPhone newer than iPhone 10 can be like they don't like AI because y'all had it in your phone since way back then. And you do it all. People be up there with their filters on their Instagram talking about how much they hate AI.
See, now you getting in people business. Okay, we shouldn't have done that. Now you talking about
I'm
people's
like,
mama.
listen. Now
you talking about
you're
people's mama.
not 60 up in here with no wrinkles on Instagram talking about AI taking somebody's job while the AI
I
smoothing out
ain't
your
got nothing to
skin.
do with this now. Don't come to my house. Y'all go to his house. Don't.
They can come over here. First of all, the plane ticket gonna set you back, so I'm safe. I got first class. I don't know if y'all be seeing me. I'll be on the gram.
We do see you you flossing on them.
Yeah, you are.
Hey, Doc, you shouldn't. I'm gonna put some of your business out there. You know, he'll put a little IG post. Oh, I'll stretch my legs out. Let me get this food. What they serving us up here today? Let me get a little drink. I'm like, look, I ain't mad at you, boy.
Dude, they pour me a double when I sit down. They know Unks is coming.
I ain't mad at that, boy. Enjoy your life.
Really, I think it's important though. We definitely gotta stay up on these tools. It's funny you should ask that question, but I think I just said I live in the beachfront condo in Honolulu, so my story is told.
Yeah. And Janae, that's a valid question, but I will also state, and I'm gonna say it proudly and not too arrogantly, Stripe is striping.
Yeah, striping. Yo, that's a T-shirt. That's a T-shirt. Stripe is striping.
I get mine. We get our alerts on Stripe. Build with value, brother. Just like, and so, Janae, you building Pod Glue, man. When you release that, when that's out there, it's gonna be the truth. We building with value. Dope. Stripe is we get notifications.
All right, so I have a question for both of you. I saw this about 2 weeks ago, and I've been busy running some stuff because you guys know camp is upon us, and so I kind of wanted to do it for my weekend project this weekend. But Boris, who is the lead developer for Claude Code, I sent you the post, right?
Yeah.
Boris was like, strip it down to the base, Megan Trainor, and build it again. But because the bots, okay, so I think Karen said this earlier about, how the progress on the models have changed. Well, now the models are so smart. Remember those days when we used to write the long super prompts and then we was collecting everybody's stuff and spending hours typing out these wonderful prompts? You don't even have to do that anymore. Now you can one shot and say, again, you're going to have Fable basically build a prompt for you on the fly, because you're going to have an interview you and say what you really, really want, and then have it turn it into the proper language to build a team that it knows how to tell them what to do. And if you know, when you do a one shot or one thing, go look at the MD, go look at the skill, go look at the way it prompted itself. So it's now self-prompting. Boris said he rebuilt Bun.js, nerd talk, don't worry about it, but he rebuilt a core methodology for 90% of the websites that you look at every day. He rebuilt that thing, soup to nuts, in 11 days with Opus 5. And he said it would have cost him $165,000 in tokens. Now, on the surface, this sounds insane. It sounds like a lot of money. How much do you think it cost 8 developers to write Bun.js over the course of 2 years? It wasn't $165,000, I give you that.
Mm-hmm.
It was a minimum $2 million, $3 million at a minimum. They probably got funded for more than that because, again, Bun.js is running a lot. The tools that you were talking about today, Stephanie, what you showed me, oh my God, Vercel and Netlify built on Bun.js. Okay, so he said, by taking it down to the bone and say, I just want you to rebuild this. This is the core. You know what Bun.js does. Rebuild that. But that's it. One shot, walked away, touched it. Every once in a while, had to do some steering. But he said for the most part, it was hands off. And Claude ran for 11 days by itself, and it rebuilt an entire thing.
That's crazy.
I think a lot of, in all of our bots, Manus, all of them, we have a bunch of trash from when we were just learning. And if you don't get rid of all of that stuff, it's creating your new stuff based off the novice stuff that you put in when you didn't know what you was doing.
Yeah.
So
that's a metaphor for life.
Every 6 months, every 6 months, wipe it clean, take it all the way down to the base, Megan Trainor, and start again.
You said it again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, because I'm all about that base.
I'm looking at Stephanie's face because I think the first time it flew over you. You didn't catch it.
No, she got it. Stephanie, she's a dancer, dude. She got it. I seen her at the club.
Okay, I want to make sure because he slipped it in there. I'm like, oh my God, this man got the musical Tourette's like it's
Hey, when me and
business.
Stephanie and Brandon and Kayla went to the gym, I was DJing on the treadmill, so I know she got to get it. You know.
I got all your shorts now. It's all there.
Hypey from the Bay.
I love it. Well, y'all, This is always good times. I need to go get
Thank
the
you, Pam.
baby.
Appreciate you.
But I
Now you really
appreciate
do.
all of you. Yeah, I really do now. I really do now. But this has been good. Obviously, the both of you, Doc, you know I always hit you up. You're my CTO. What do I got to do? What do I got to fix? James, you're always like my go-to as far as like all of this AI stuff, especially like the Manus. I was like, bro, just tell me what I got to do. So I appreciate the both of you for coming on, helping us this out. And I love that all of us have like our own little weekend projects, because I know I'm not going to be the only one trying to do things over the weekend. And so anytime you guys are going to be talking about what needs to be done with Manus and harnesses and all this and all that, let me know when you guys are going to chop it up on air so I could be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, no
you
drive-by
can have your
streams, right?
thing,
Because I remember
watch it
you told me that many years ago, but we'll do it scheduled.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, listen, no more drive-by streaming.
Yeah,
All right, I heard that before.
Stephanie said, "Don't be doing them
Hey,
drive-by
Stephanie's
streams."
the reason why y'all stuck with me, because she's like, boy, listen, I need to know where you at.
I need to know what
My
you're
bad.
talking about. I need to take some notes, all the things. I love it.
For sure.
All right,
Yeah,
fam.
I appreciate you guys. This is great. And dude, I'm serious. I mean, like, we gotta stop moving long enough. Like, pick a spot, like somewhere that's not in one of the crazy cities, like, you know, just outside of an airport or something, and we should just like post up. You give a couple hotel rooms and just like knock yourself
Sound
out.
like
or a big
February in
Airbnb.
Nashville to me, huh?
Does sound like February.
I haven't told Doug about that because
Wait,
he
oh, secrets.
yeah, I got secrets.
Secret.
Bro, I am
Skeletons.
Alaska titanium, bro. You need to tell me. I need to.
Yeah,
start
as soon as I
with
see
Liz
you
Ice.
log into either TechSync or QHub, then I'll give you the information about the retreat.
Listen, I'm telling you, I'm trying to get there. But camp, okay, let me say, camp is going on, and then, you know, one of our sisters is down right now, so I'm doing everybody's job.
I see.
Amen.
I see.
Amen.
All right, fam.
I took
I'll
the
catch
glasses
up with
off
you.
too for that.
I'll catch up with
Yeah.
y'all. All right, fam.
All right.
Good.
Be good.
Bye.
Bye. Y'all, I gotta go.